feedback loop might be mine.
Recording is on.
Turn my speaker back down a little bit in case that was my computer doing that. So anyway, anybody else have a question before we kick off the discussion? I was going to say I looked, and the people have been inactive for 30 days. Dale, you told me about Austin. Anything new on that, or?
No.
Okay.
And what's her name? Gloria Marino. She was like that for a while. I just talked to her. Her and her entire household now have COVID.
Oh my gosh.
All of her 5 grandkids that are there, and they all test positive. So.
Wow. Well, she has. She's not on that 30-day inactive list anymore, so she must have logged in, or I think she may have recorded something on her phone app. Actually, now that I think about it,
Could have.
but reporting on that does the same thing as far as restarts that 30-day period, and so.
Yeah. Austin's just kind of got tied up with the union work schedule, I think.
Okay. Okay, he hasn't lost interest then, anyway.
No. It's he's in. I mean, it's a tough situation. I mean, you want to be involved as a young guy, but he's got 2 little kids. One of them a baby. He's a new union guy, so he's working all the overtime they'll hand him.
Yeah, he's at that stage of life.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. In the LMT, there's a few DC applicants that are open. We're in process. Larry, do you know any more about Huntington?
No. I emailed him, as I did all of them last Friday, trying to set up a get-together Saturday next, and he's not responded. But he hasn't responded probably, I'm going to say at least to 1 phone call and 2 emails in the past.
Okay. Probably.
Melba recently. I was going to ask her if she'd heard anything from him. She was mentoring him initially, and then kind of found out he was going to run for the school board as she was. And so I called him, and that's how we hooked up.
Okay. If he's not, he hasn't made any contact for a while, unless Melba knows, has some reason to say not to, we should probably go ahead and just reject him, because it looks like he's, probably with that school board and so forth, kind of lost interest and
I think so.
is tied into other things. So, and Thomas, you got Keith Black. You haven't heard back from him yet. Is that right?
What did you say?
I think you had tried to contact Keith Black, right?
Keith Black. Yeah, we had a we were supposed to have a meeting on Friday at 5 o'clock. I was there. He wasn't. It was all virtual. Don't know why. And I sent him another. Hey, you want to try to do this again? I haven't heard anything from him.
All right. Well,
I also set that with him with that as that we discussed it, him contacting Jim Johnson.
okay,
You wanted to meet with
right.
him. And I haven't heard anything about that either. So we'll see what happens this week. If I don't hear anything, we can rush them off.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. So, that sounds that sounds good, guys. I appreciate everybody keeping tabs on that. On the training sheet, we're looking pretty good. Cheryl, you had talked to Teresa, did some work with her. Do you know what's happened since then?
Well, that was just last week. I can't even remember what day. It was before I lost my voice.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't been talking a whole lot for the last 5 days. But she
Okay.
is aware of what she needs to do, and I'll just have to keep monitoring her.
Okay. She did the one COSU class and looks like she kind of stalled after that. So,
Yeah, she's supposed to be watching videos since our last discussion, which I think was last Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that.
okay. Anybody have anything else going on right now in terms of meetings coming up and stuff? Let me look at the calendar here.
I have a meeting Thursday. Dr. Dan's coming.
How many RSVPs have you gotten?
1.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not encouraged. People just do not RSVP. I think those days are long gone.
I think you're
Yeah,
right.
that could be.
I'll just be grateful if people show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gary, we're going to change our Region 1 breakfast meeting from first Saturday at 9 a.m. to first and third Saturdays at 9 a.m.
Okay, good.
I've been kind of pounding home the emails and the text in this in the Citizen Builder tool, and I
Yep.
had 4 people kind of showed up from out of the blue. It just showed up at the restaurant to meet everybody, and so it kind of I thought, well, maybe more is better. Give a few more dates, and occasionally we'll have some of the regulars that miss because they're doing something on that date that they said it would give them another date. So we're going to try to expand that a little bit and then try to advertise a little harder and see if we can bring in some people who maybe aren't initially on the volunteer list,
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I like that idea. Yeah, give it a shot and see what happens. You can let us know in a month or so and be very interested to know if you could get more people coming out that way.
Well, I like to eat breakfast, so I'm going to be there a couple times a month, so it can't be a total loser.
If nothing else, you could eat your pancakes and scrambled eggs, huh?
That's right. That's right.
Okay. Anything else going on in the next week or two?
Well, I also have a gun show on Saturday the 23rd,
Oh, super.
and then a parade the following Saturday on the 30th,
Wow.
assuming my banner gets here.
Okay.
What's the parade?
It's the veterans sponsored parade. It's in Brazil. I've never participated before.
Is
I
it
can't
on?
remember the name of it.
Do you know what's the reason? Is it a specific day?
Yeah, well, I don't know if I have that paper or not. Let's see. It seemed like there was a theme. I sent in my form, so.
Cheryl, are you
It
planning
said
on
Loyalty Day. Loyalty Day parade is all it said.
Oh,
Okay.
mm.
And it's the veterans that are doing it.
Okay, good. Are you going to do an email blast and text blast to see how many people you can turn out for that, or what's your plan?
Well, I sent out an email today about the meeting Thursday, and I'm hoping to talk to people Thursday. I have somebody to help me with the gun show. I don't know how big it's going to be, but I know there's going to be at least 2 of us there.
Okay.
And hopefully get some more Thursday, because I sent out the email the beginning of April or end of March, telling them about all these activities for April, but I haven't gotten anything back. I mean, people, I don't know if they just read it and then don't think about it because it's a ways off or what, but I will send out a text blast for the parade because I would like more people to come and participate in that. And we have people handing out cards so that people can, go to the website and check it out.
Yeah.
That's the goal anyway.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. One of the things that, marketing people will tell you is how important it is to just keep repeating the message over and over. And oftentimes, until people have heard it 4 or 5 times, it doesn't really connect. And so, I mean, if you do an email blast and a few days later, send out a variation of it and then send out text blasts, the more times you repeat it, the more I think you'll get responses particularly after you've done 2 or 3, repetitions of the message, and bringing it up at your meeting when people are there face to face. That's probably the best opportunity to get people to make a commitment when they're there, and you can, connect with them directly. Any other things going on or questions, comments?
On the 23rd at 9:30.
That's this Saturday, right?
That's this Saturday. This is the let's see, a brunch with just about all the DCs in the Region 9, except for Sasser. He's got a wedding to go to. Let him slide.
I've got one on Saturday also.
You got a wedding Saturday, you said?
No, I've got a meeting on Saturday.
Oh, a meeting. Okay, good.
Like Thomas.
Okay, good.
But like Carol, I haven't had very much in the way of responses RSVP.
Okay.
I'm getting, let me see what it is. I asked RSVP, I got RSVP. Everybody replied, but I didn't invite volunteers. I just wanted DCs there because they haven't been there.
Okay.
Maybe one of these days I invite the volunteers, maybe out to a shelter out in the park, to here, have a picnic. Or
Yeah,
food.
I think one of the things that is probably worthwhile when you do an invitation, if you did an email or something, is go ahead and invite everybody in the, in the region or in the district, and email them and tell them to come on out. And you probably won't get a lot of people, but at least people will know that we're having meetings and having opportunities for people to come together. Did I talk to you guys about the meetings, the way Marcy Brooks was doing those down in Tennessee? I think we talked about that maybe a month or so ago. I want to explore that further, and we're getting into the time of year that I don't know if you think people are more likely to come out to meetings now that the weather's better, or are they more likely to be busy doing stuff at home? I don't know. What do you think?
Both.
Yeah. Trying to find the right time and day, I think, is the important thing. I haven't hit on it yet.
Yeah. Yeah, some weird background noise here. Well, Any other things that anybody has for right now? If not, I think we're going to cut off early here, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. Um, keep up the good work. If you have questions, need me for anything, feel free to let me know. I will, be as available